it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and today we are doing a plan with me. I have not done my reflections and weekly actions yet, so I still have to do that. It's on my to-do list for later today. But here is a look at last week. I'm going to take this off my wrist. It's bothering me. We did end up going to see the new Beetlejuice movie. It was so good. I already want to go again. I'm trying to talk Johnny to go and see it with me one day, but it was so cute. I love the original, and this one was the same characters brought back, and it was really good. The storyline was cute, it was goofy and silly, very scary, totally not kid appropriate in my mind. Like, my kids would freak out at this because it was kind of gory, but it was such a good movie. Great movie night, great mom's event for us, so that was a lot of fun. Otherwise, everything went pretty good. The kids were back in school, we finished off the antibiotics, and we are flipping into the next week here. I did have a PT appointment earlier today, and we're gonna go from there. So I already went ahead and put in my ladies' night, and also we are taking a trip, so that's why my nails are super awesome this time. We are going to Ocean's Calling Music Festival in Maryland. I'm super excited about it. I'll show pictures up on the screen. I use that lineup poster as my inspiration. So this like matches the poster. She did some different elements that are on the poster, and she did so good. I love my nails. I love my nail artist, and they were so fun. So when I was at my PT appointment, the ladies were talking about it, so I had to show them the poster, and they got excited for me to be going to this because the lineup is awesome. Our first couples trip ever was last year, and we went to Louder Than Life. That was a 4-day music festival. We went 3 of the days, and then one day we did touristy things in Kentucky, and so we were looking at that. It's generally speaking like a really heavy metal lineup, so generally speaking, it's just not something that we're gonna really enjoy, even though Korn is there this year, and I'm like such a fangirl. I love Korn. For the most part, it's not our typical like pop punk type of music that we really enjoy, and so I was looking for other places that we could go, and we looked at When We Were Young. It's a Las Vegas music festival that I have some friends that go to that every year. There's also an iHeartRadio one in Vegas. I think they go to that one every year too, and so I just happened to come across this Ocean's Calling one, and I liked the lineup last year, and then I saw the lineup this year was even better, and so I'm psyched. We're going. We've never been to Maryland, and then we've also never been, obviously, to this music festival, but the lineup is epic. We leave Thursday, and then music festivals Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We fly back pretty late on Monday, and now we are flying into Baltimore, and it's going to be a little bit of a road trip from there to get to the actual music festival. We have a hotel right on the beach, so we'll walk down the beach to the festival, and I'm just psyched, so excited. So my mom is coming. She arrives later today, and then she'll leave out the following Friday. So she'll be here watching the girls over the weekend, and I've got some friends helping with carpooling here and there. Super excited. We're gonna have, you know, family fun time around this trip. It's so exciting. It's our second couples trip, and we're like, are we gonna really make this an every year thing? And we're gonna try. We're gonna try our best. So I'm like in total prep mode now, like thinking, what are we gonna pack? What are we gonna bring? Getting things set up for, you know, carpooling as much as possible to help my mom out. Falls so perfectly because all of their dance activities are generally speaking here, but then our weekend rehearsals pick up this weekend. So it's gonna be a little bit of a madhouse week. I'm still like planning all the stuff in these days, and then this is party. So I'm super excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at the schedule, and already got my PT written out, and then she arrives this afternoon, and it's right during kids activities, so John will go get her. I will be doing all the dance activities for that. And I did like that week. It was a little bit further back, the dance week right there. I didn't bring up highlighters or anything, so I might just write in dance. I didn't even put them in. I probably will go back just for the sake of having this planner be complete. I think I'll go back and write it in there and highlight as well, but I didn't bring any highlighters up. I brought my stickers up. I thought I was doing really good, but yeah, I'm like totally in vacation mode already. I'm trying to get through the first bit of this week until our couples trip. I'm so excited. So now we've got dance, and more dance down here. I'll just write this in. And then like carpool school, I don't put any of that in. And then Livy has an orthodontist appointment on Wednesday, so I will grab her from school and take her to that. So I thought this would, the bad thing that happened this week was a huge busy day. I thought her appointment was at 3:20. I have it in my iCal is 3:20. Well, I think what turns out is the lady said 3 o'clock for 20 minutes and I wrote down 3:20, did not check the reminder text message, like double check the time. I was like, oh yeah, reminder, you were confirmed for it. It was actually at 3 o'clock. We get there like right before 3:15. It was like 3:13 because I looked down when she's talking to the doctor and it was 3:14. And they were too busy. They couldn't see us. So we had to reschedule this. So I should just put this in, say reschedule, just for, you know, completeness. Yeah, that was like, oh, I was so kicking myself because I'm like, oh, we were so close yet so far. So busted butt, have to pick up the kids and rush them to that. Anyway, the appointment is now on Wednesday in the middle of the day, so I just grab her from school and then we don't have to take Stella with us, which is also good. So I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking because 3 o'clock's like right when school gets out. We just never would have made it in time. I would have to pick both kids up early from school to make it for 3 o'clock. So had I actually known it was 3:00, I would not have scheduled it for that, but I'm like 3:20, I can pick them up, bring a snack, take them to that appointment, no problem. And like I was prepared. I had snacks and drinks in the car ready for the kids, rushed over, totally missed it. So I don't know, it was a miscommunication thing somewhere and I totally messed up. I felt so bad about it, but it is what it is. It's like, I try so hard to make sure everything goes well and I totally kicked myself for that one. Like I hate when things like that happen, when I'm like, I show up and they're like, oh, your appointment was at that point almost 15 minutes ago. It's like, ah. And I was like talking to friends and they're like, I cannot believe they didn't just see you. I was like, I know there was nobody in the waiting room, but they said they were too busy. And I was like, I don't know what's happening. I was so disappointed, but it was totally my mess up, totally my fault. And they don't have to see me if I'm almost 15 minutes late, you know, but like, oh man, it would have been so much easier for them to just see me. It's like a 20-minute appointment, but I get it. Rules are rules. I was just like, oh, I wish they could have given me some grace. Anyway, all that to say, it's rescheduled for this week. So it's in the schedule now. And then I'm having a mom's night with some of my girlfriends right before we leave. And then we leave in the afternoon. So we'll do all our packing and stuff then. I'm not one of those people that packs like days and days early. I'm just like, I have a pile in the closet of stuff to take. And then we just throw it in the suitcase and pack all the rest of our stuff. We also are renting a car, so that'll be here. And then I'm totally putting in Ocean's Calling. So that's going to be our 3-day music festival. I don't even know like the times of anything yet. And I know it's not going to be like at 6 a.m., but I'm putting it in because this is the day it starts. Ocean's Calling. And then there is a rehearsal on Saturday. It's the duet rehearsal. She's got a duet. As far as I know, that's the only rehearsal this weekend. I'll double check like the main account to make sure, but I know that it's 1:30. Get that straight. And then she's got dance pictures on Sunday. So I was like, oh man, of all the weekends, we've had weekends completely free, and this weekend we've got 2. So I rearranged with her dance bestie to get that so that she'll do that one and I'll do the next rehearsal. We always tag team as much as possible to just make it easy on both of us and get everybody in the right place. And then this is going to be dance photos. And these are individual photos, so we all picked our own time. Unfortunately, no carpooling with this one. That one's a little bit earlier. So my mom will have to take her to this one and like make sure her outfit looks cute and hair looks cute. And then that's it. So this part's going to be quite busy. I'll take this sticker off, or sticky note. Otherwise, like I will backtrack like I did for our vacation. Where was our vacation? In July. I will backtrack like I did for this. This is our Disney cruise vacation. Like I backtracked all of this after the fact. I keep track in a notebook or a traveler's notebook. In this case, I was using an A5. I didn't bring it up here, did I? I have an A5, but I didn't bring it up here. But it's like a little A5 Hubman and Chubb Girl dot grid, and I used that to keep track in the moment. Like I didn't take this big chunky thing with me on the plane. And I'll do the same thing and then I'll backtrack those days. So I left it all open. So there's our week. And then next week is October, which is crazy. By the time you guys see this, we'll already be back. So I'll backtrack and like put the lineup and schedule in after the fact for all of our trip fun. And that's what it looks like. I don't have anything on the to-do list except like travel prep and getting everything ready. So I'm gonna leave that probably blank. And then this one I'm gonna be putting in reading because I have just started Dune, which I'll talk about like how I'm tracking that in a second. Do reading and then PT. I'm still doing my PT. Oh my gosh, because I said PT, I wrote T. Reading, PT. Can't talk and write. See, I was saying PT and I wrote a T instead of writing P and T in the next line. Okay, there's what it looks like. I'm gonna decorate a tiny bit, and I am gonna be using these stickers on for actual October, so I already put in the sidebar stuff. Got them all set to go, and I will use other stickers here and there as well. I'm gonna continue on with these leaves. I'm gonna try to use these all up actually, but I'm not gonna put any here because I'm gonna decorate that later. But the rest I can totally sticker up. Like we'll go out and have lunch before we leave. Take my mom out a little bit before she's with the kiddos full time. I'm so excited. She can work from anywhere, which is nice. Put in some of these little leaves. I love the way these like opaque, and they're not very glossy either. They're kind of matte. They look so good on the page. I might end up putting a few things here just for like things we did for the prep. Checking parking. I'm also booking the hotel rooms for all the competitions because I have all the information for that as well. So that's on my list this week. So maybe I can write that down as well. Okay, totally leave happy. Use that sheet up, and I'm going to save these ones for October. I do also want to do another one of these cute things down here. I really like the way those looked on this week. Super cute. Like looking at those. And then like these, I wish they wouldn't do these. Like I don't generally like pay bills like that, or if I do, I don't put them in here as well. So yeah, don't love that. Do we want to put in some treats? And I'll save the treats. Let's do some pumpkins. And ooh, this one, it's fall, y'all. I don't remember what day, but my girls asked the Alexa what day fall was. What day is fall 2024? Yeah, okay, it was Sunday actually. It was this day, so let's put it on here. It's fall, y'all. Keep track because the girls looked it up and they were looking forward to it. Very excited when it happened. Let's do some pumpkins. That's us as a couple. I know it looks like a mom and a baby, but we're gonna say that's us. And then decorate here. And then this sheet's almost done, so I will finish off this sheet, I think, next week, potentially. I'm saving a lot of these treat things for maybe actually into November, some, because they're so cute. They would be so cute for Thanksgiving. So I may hold on to some of these for Thanksgiving, like the sweet treat ones, because they look so cute. So I did not order any of the Halloween or fall themed mini kits or anything. A lot of them were redone from last year, and I still have some stuff that I can use. So I resisted. I also resisted the current Coffee Monsters Co. release. There's a couple of washi tapes I really, really wanted, but I decided against placing another order because I signed up for the Jumbo kit, which is a $65 a month kit for Hubman and Chup Girl, because they are adding the Hobonichi kits in, and that means I get all the Hobonichi stickers. So I went ahead and signed up for the big one, and it includes the Hobonichi stickers now. So I'm like, okay, every month I'm just going to get the kit unless I absolutely cannot stand the theme. I will get it. So I skipped the Little Red Riding Hood kit just to like save some money. I thought I had enough stickers I could use. If I had had the Hobonichi kits in there, I would have gone ahead and ordered that one. So it's just the koi one. So all in all, this whole year I would have missed one subscription versus two. I'm just like, oh, I need to save a tiny bit of money. I don't really need the Red Riding Hood kit. I didn't love the color scheme of it, but then I kept looking at it. I was like, ooh, I really do like it. And they came out with the Little Red Riding Hood journal, which I want so bad. It's so cute. I'll show a picture up on the screen, even though it is that like deep burnt red look. Yeah, I totally regretted not getting that kit. So I'm like, okay, when they have a sale, I might end up purchasing some of the Red Riding Hood stuff. And definitely that journal is so cute. It looks like a little storybook. I'm just obsessed. I want that journal so bad. But I'm like trying to limit myself, trying to cut back on stickers, cut back on notebooks and journals because I have tons of them. And yeah, so tempting. Anyway, that's what this week looks like. I have the, oh, it's in the daily. I was like, I have the weekly pages. Where are they? They're in the daily. So I've been using a daily duo. I've got this day sort of hashed out a little bit. I've got lots of admin stuff to do. Double check all of our stuff. This is for booking their hotels. I also need to send like certain dance poses. I've got to go over them with Livy for her dance pictures. They sent us a whole list of potential options, so I'll have to send those pictures. I ended up writing send to Johnny, and then I was like, wait, he's not going to be here either. So I need to send them to my mom. So my mom has the pictures on her phone and can help with the picture day. So all that, getting the guest room ready. Here's where we are right here filming right now. So have not done any of this. I already set it up. So this is my reflection I need to do today. This is my goals I need to do today. And then media, I've already listened to Dune while I was doing laundry. I have the audiobook for Dune, the first book. Like, okay, rabbit hole. We're going to start the rabbit hole for Dune. We watched Dune, the first one, I don't know, like a week ago. And the first like half of the movie, I was like, I don't know what is going on. Like, I feel like we need to know backstory. I don't know what's going on, but I could not look away. I was so intrigued. The movie was so beautiful, visually amazing. Acting was amazing. But I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So we get the hang of it like halfway through the movie and I'm hooked, like totally hooked on Dune. And then we watched part 2. You can watch it on Max, which is like HBO. Now it's just Max, but it's HBO. We watched part 2, I think Friday night or Saturday night. Either one. I was like, I have to watch this. We had other movies picked out. I wanted to watch the first Beetlejuice before I went to the movies on Sunday. Did not happen. We watched Dune part 2, and now I'm like, I'm dying that there's no Dune part 3 because it cuts you off like right in the middle of the story. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I love these movies so much. I really just need to know the entire story. So I went down the Dune rabbit hole. All that to say, I got the first book on Audible. I'll leave like Audible info down below because I think I can give you a referral credit or something. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. So I started the book and I listened to a bunch of it last night while I was just playing video games, but it goes into so much information, different characters that I don't remember from the movie. So I needed someplace to like write them down and like, do I start a reading journal for 2025 early? Because right now this is my reading journal. You know, I don't have like summary spots. I could put it in that same A5 half year. I've got pages in the back of that one, so I may end up pulling that one back out and using those pages again. Right now, I put my reading actual journal here. So this is when I finished up. I listened to Matthew Perry's book and finished it. It was a hard one to listen to because he's talking about, you know, all his stints in rehab, his medical issues surrounding his addiction, and then ultimately he, you know, all that, you know the story. And so reading it and listening to it was really hard because he's the one who read the book in the audiobook. So it took me a really long time to get through it. And I finally finished it. And then I started Dune on Saturday. I want to say we watched it Friday and then I started the audiobook Saturday. But then I didn't really do much like when I downloaded it. So last night, Sunday, was the main part of me reading it. And I was like, okay, I need to keep track of characters, keep track of planets, keep track of various houses. So I started this in here. I thought about starting it in a 2025, but I picked slim lines and I don't know which one I'm using yet, but these are the two. I was like, these both could be a reading option for me, but there's this one that has more room in the back for journaling. And this one, like I can do plot summaries the days of, like just jot down little notes of what is happening in the books. And this one starts earlier. It starts in November, the very end of November. And it also has the calendar for December, which the other one does too. So I could start this one November 25th. That would be that Monday. So I could start it, but then I'm like, this one only has 80 pages in the back. If I'm doing like a lot of notes, like right now I've got 6 spreads set up in this one. I feel like this one's gonna run out super quick if I'm like super going down the Dune rabbit hole and need to keep track of everything for multiple books. There's 6 books in the original author's line, and then there's like a dozen more books that his son and somebody else wrote. But anyway, it's like a whole giant rabbit hole that I am going all the way down. And then I thought if I set up this one, it has 120 something pages. The pages are bigger, so there's more room for writing in the first place. And this one also has the December month, so I can do this spread, like what days I read. I put stickers, which clearly I haven't read all that much this month. I could put stickers in in here starting in December, and then I have 121 pages in the back to use. But then I was like, okay, we're only in September. That's 3.5 months worth of stuff that could really like clog this up and fill it up too much before 2025 actually kicks in. But I'm also having the dilemma of, well, do I want all my Dune stuff together contained? So I'm, for now, putting it in here. So I've got the characters that have been introduced so far, except what was introduced this morning. The trainers, the doctor, that kind of stuff got introduced. Also the different houses, talking about that a little bit. Some plot so far, and it's been different from the movie. In a lot of ways, it's been different from the movie. So I'm just like keeping track of what's happening so I can look back on it, especially if like I have theories of things or if things connect later. And then also planets. So that's so far just the 2 planets, but I think there's like 5 or 6 altogether. So that's just the very beginning. Like I'm, what, 45 minutes into the audiobook and it's 22 hours long, right? So just scratching the surface. And I like, do I want all of my Dune stuff contained in one book? So do I just have a notebook? Or do I just start putting my Dune stuff in the actual book? Do I get a thicker one if it's going to be like, you know, multiple years of information potentially, because I'm, you know, these are really long books, so it's going to take a while, but that's my whole like Dune rabbit hole is right here. So we'll see. For now, it's just going in here, but I'm getting close to the end anyway, so I will have to put the stuff somewhere else. And I'm leaning more towards this being my reading journal because it has the 120 pages in the back. So that's the thought process for now. And for now, it's just going in my everyday notebook. And then going along with that, I wiped my phone. I was having a lot of space issues and the recommendation is just to wipe it. So I totally wiped it. When I was going and picking out my apps, I had 2 backups. I just picked one and it was actually the older one. So I didn't want to have to wipe it again or clear it out again. So it brought me back like 6 months ago. And so I'm downloading apps that I use every day. And I came across Duolingo. So I started the Japanese practice in Duolingo. And I just put my little practice in here so far. So this was Saturday. I'm practicing the same words right now. There they are. I mostly write them in English, but I didn't write that one in English. Those are my words so far, like going through the Duolingo lessons. I started from the very beginning and I'm working my way through that. And I thought that would be good since I haven't been using it as to-do listing space very often. Sometimes I will like brain dump in here, but I thought that would bring back the hone again in a different way. It's just keeping track of my vocab for now. And I do plan on having one of these be a Japanese vocab. Probably one of these because it's already in Japanese. I got the Japanese versions. So probably one of these. But I thought that one looked like storybookish because it is a book page. And I thought this one would be a good reading journal because it's so pretty. Anyway, for now, Japanese practice going in here. Reading notes here, and also here just a snippet of like, I'm reading Dune today. Like something if it happens. Also if we see any movies, I put them in here. And then this side is gaming for now. And like I said in my Hobonichi video, I'll probably have a separate gaming one. I just need a slimline thing for reading as much gaming as I do. I play a Roblox Squishmallow game. It's not exciting gaming, but as much gaming as I do need a page a day for that, so it'll be one of the thicker ones, but I'm thinking it'll probably be a week's size, but it'll be the thick daily page version because I need the space. But anyway, that's all set up. I still need to work on this a little bit. That is it for now. So it walks you through all of my dilemmas going into setting up a couple of other things. I just needed notes. It introduced a couple of characters that I was not familiar with from the movie. I was like, wait a minute, who is that? I'm like, that was somebody who talked on the screen, but they didn't talk about them. They didn't call their name. Like, I know who it was after I like went back and looked, but yeah, it's gonna take me looking at articles and reviews and stuff as well to just like make sure I'm getting everybody straight in my head. I'm like, I don't even know who this is that's talking right now. And of course the camera cuts me off, but I'm trying to say goodbye. I hope you guys liked this plan with me and a lot of discussion on random planner ideas for next year. It's going to definitely determine my lineup next year, how much reading notes I actually need. So that's still to be determined, but I hope you guys enjoyed looking at my thought process for it, and I hope you guys don't think I'm too crazy going down the Dune rabbit hole. Like, I didn't know this was a thing, guys. I didn't know it was books. My husband did, but I was like, I thought this was a video game. That's how I remember Dune. He was like, just Dune the video game, which I never played, so I didn't know anything about it. And now I'm obsessed with Dune. So that's my new fixation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow me along, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.